elderly face a unique set of fire victim challenges, from starting over in their golden years to navigating technology that might be foreign to them during the recovery process.
I spoke with a couple in their 80s and late 90s who lost their home in the Palisades fire. They've been forced to start over at a time when they thought there would be no more surprises in their lives.
For me, it was my life. I loved it. I loved my neighbors. I loved the home. I was happy to be there for the rest of my life.
Bobby and Gerald Watkins plan to live out the rest of their lives at their home in the Palisades. She is 88. He turns 97 this month.
We had this apartment or condo, which was fully paid, mortgage-free, and we just thought, this is it. This is the life that we want to lead for the rest of our lives.
This is their condo now, one of the thousands of homes destroyed in the Palisades fire. The couple were the last in the complex to leave. They left with almost nothing.
What did you take with you?
Far too little. She took a slightly larger overnight bag, and I took a very small overnight bag, basically just with medicines and a change of underwear, and that was
We really thought we'd be coming back.
Gone are their family photos. Thankfully, a relative had this copy from their wedding day. Their records also destroyed.
Birth certificates, marriage certificates, the entire lifetime of what one collects.
But it's not just the belongings they lost.
It's very hard to start life anew at the age of 97. That's really what gets me.
A life full of history. Gerald is a Holocaust survivor. He was only 10 years old when he was separated from his parents, when he was sent on a kinder transport from Vienna to France.
Do you feel like the struggles you had as a child prepared you at all for the struggles you're facing now?
I don't know. When you look back, nothing seemed as bad as it actually was.
But now, with the wisdom of nearly 2 centuries between them, the couple feels their loss deeply.
When you've saved all your life and been prudent and managed to get a place that you feel you could live, where you could live for the rest of your life, and then poof, overnight, it's just gone. And you look around and say, what do I do now?
It's a common sentiment among elderly fire victims, according to Keck School of Medicine doctor of geriatrics, Laura Mosqueda.
The issue of starting over when you're at the end of your life is a large philosophical and existential issue, in addition to being a practical issue for older adults. I met a lady who's 101 years old, didn't know if she had a place to go back to, and the idea of starting over was a very difficult concept for her.
And then there are the issues that advanced age brings. Though mobile and very healthy, Gerald had a stroke a few years back and uses a walker. His eyesight is also failing.
So Bobby's really got to do most of the work now on the computer and all the arrangements that we have to make to find new accommodation.
It's a task that's proved difficult for the seniors. They only share one cell phone and struggle to navigate a computer. They're competing with thousands of other fire victims looking for housing, many of whom are younger and more tech savvy. The Watkins still haven't found a place to live and are staying with friends.
And of course, everybody's being told to go online. The GoFundMe campaigns are not as familiar to that cohort in general. And just accessing everything from FEMA resources to how do I get my place cleaned up, let alone if they lost their place entirely, how to cope with everything that goes along with losing a house.
Despite having to start over at such a late season in life, the Watkins have maintained a positive outlook.
I'm just happy to be alive, I guess, and I'm very glad that you were able to interview us and tell our story.
It was an honor. Bobby and Gerald haven't decided yet if they will rent or buy again. They worry they may not get their insurance payout in a timely manner, meaning time may run out for them before they can enter the real estate market again. Now, one thing kind of on the positive side, the doctor telling me there is a sense of perspective and resilience in the older victims that she's seen.
Well, when you see what he's been through just alone and multiply that across the board with so many people impacted.
Right. So they do have a perspective perspective that I think helps them process this maybe a little bit better than the younger victims. But, you know, time is not on their side, and they're in a condo, so there's an insurance payout for the entire building, but then that has to be divided amongst the residents, so it's not as quick as it might be if it was a, you know, a single family residence.
Well,
So-
and you think about most older people go into those types of homes because you have friends and you have people
Yes.
down the hall and you have people that can check on you and take care of things for you.
And their friends. Their
Right.
friends have lost their homes, and now they've all been
Spread
displaced
out.
and they're in different areas and they can't get together, and that sense of community has also been robbed from them. So it's really difficult, but I will say they're an amazing couple, and I know they'll land on their feet, but I think we need to remember that not everybody is kind of in that middle age
Yes.
that we tend
Yeah.
to see in losing the homes. Now, we do have more information on resources on our website for elderly. I even call these super seniors,
Yeah, I
right?
like
when
that.
they're a little bit older. Just go to our website, kcalnews.com, and click on Seen on TV.
Yeah, we want their golden years to remain golden.
Yes.
Right? All right.
And
Well,
peaceful.